My ladies who have experienced betrayal in a marriage or a relationship, I'm speaking to you and I've got a question. I want to know if you could get your intended result, the result of going from the experience of feeling the betrayal feelings and like resentment, anger, hurt, frustration, those things that are holding you back, if you could get to an intended result of emotional freedom on the other side, would you go for it? And would you want to do it fast-paced or slow-paced? And the reason I'm asking is, we'll just compare it to if I want to take a trip from Florida to California, I've got many methods and options of how I would get there. Cheaper, option, well, you could go with super cheap. I guess you could just get on your feet and start walking or biking, right? There's that option. Next option might be driving. Another option could be taking a commercial airline, get you there a little faster, and more expensive, but faster yet, would likely be a private jet where you could just say, I want to leave now, skip all the security lines and going through the airport, sitting at a gate, skip all that and get there a lot faster, right? So there's many options, but that would have a higher cost, right? So comparing that to if we're going through a healing journey of going through betrayal, a healing journey might look like the walking side of it, or biking could be like listening to podcasts and reading some books. They might be helpful, but it might take a lot longer because they're not as maybe guided or specific to your exact story. Next up, driving, that option, we could compare that to probably like taking a class, so you get some educated information and then you choose to apply it on your own. And we would go with maybe a commercial airline idea. Let me think here. That could be, I'm going to say going to therapy. Therapy is great. So never hear when I say therapy that there's anything negative. It's always, I'm going to say it in a positive context. I know my experience at one point had been a therapist was maybe like a generalist. And so my experience was kind of more like a textbook. Here are some ideas and things you could do, but they weren't really specific to my needs. So unless you have someone who could really be specific, it might take a lot longer, and it could take once a week for 52 weeks. It's a lengthy amount of time. And then if you look at, say, the commercial airline option, not commercial, the private jet option, that, I'm going to compare that to working with someone who's like a mentor or a coach who has 15 years of experience, and experience plus training plus all different options and courses, materials, resources to get you there exponentially faster. Would you choose that? Because it might only take, half the amount of time compared to some of the other options. Would that be worth it to you? Would you consider that? So the reason I'm asking is exactly that. If I could support you and you could try out this beta program that could exponentially fast track you to getting results of emotional freedom, would you go for it? Would you be interested? Check out the beta program that I'm offering. I'd love to have a conversation with you.